Okay. Okay, so what I did, I took my sketch pad, and as we've done before in the past, I basically quartered it down the center this way, and across like this, and we got these four equal squares, because these are kind of small products, and they're kind of, they've got a vertical range to them, so I thought they might make nice little small sketches. So the first one, again, this is an 1880 telephone, and you look at the actual, it's a box. Again, now we're back to boxes again, right? So, but it's a box that has a little bit of perspective to it. So if we simply draw a box, here's our face. We see a little bit of the side like this. Now it's always good anytime you draw things to show the center line. So just put a little light line down through here. That's the center. And that would actually go back this way to the back of the phone. Okay, we've got the sort of this plate, the mounting plate to the wall. In the middle of that, we've got a little bit of an arch here. And if you ever were to study these, what you're going to find is there's a lot of different designs. A lot of different companies were coming out early part of the 1900s, and they all had their own design. So there's our top. The surface comes out to here, a little rounded edge. Comes down. And what you're going to notice, there's no dial on this phone, okay? What you used to do was you took the clicker here. This is the mouthpiece. This is the earpiece. And you took the earpiece off and you click this and you got what's called an operator. And you talked to this person on this, in this, what's called a switchboard, and you told them what number you wanted or who you wanted to talk to, because not many people had phones back then, okay? So look at this. We'll bring the center line out like that, and that actually is that tray where they could write notes, or at some point there were phone books. Okay, this has got a little bit of a, comes down here. And then down the center of this, up here, we've got the bell system. Obviously this would ring when somebody was calling you. A little metal part here, okay. A little bit of design work. And we're building the base of our mouthpiece here, the mouthpiece. So it comes up at an angle. Now, the center line of a circle always has to have an axis. So here's our circle. There we go, a little darker. You got this little design line around the outside of the mouthpiece. A little bit darker. Again, these are metal, so you can put a little reflection underneath them like this. And what looks like there's like two little details up here for probably mounting them on the wall. And of course here then we've got our hearing piece. So you took this off and you put up, so you talked into this, and you would take this off and you put this up against your ear. Great telephone, but that's all it did. No video games. And it looks like there's a cord here. Comes out the back. And we'll just do something like this. Again, very light. And now we can go back in and create a little bit of a dark contrast. And you can tell there's like a shadow through here. So you basically have the light source coming this way. And what we'll do, we'll just sort of cross hatch on one side here. This is a round shape, okay? There we go. Our 1880 telephone. Okay, there we go. Oh, you caught me. I was actually started going back this way, but that worked okay. Let's put a little bit of contrast in the bells, metal bells. And we're good. Great. Okay. Now the other phone, we're going to move right into the second phone. This is called a candlestick phone. Okay, and this is a 1902 model. You can see now we've gone from something that was very large, okay, very large, to something now that was handheld. Okay, so you could still talk through here. This is where your mouth went, and you picked up this part and you held it to your ear, okay, and you held both of these items together. Okay, so we'll take a look at this. So this is very large. Again, this gets a little more interesting, a little more complex kind of a shape. We'll go ahead and draw the center line. We'll draw the round piece here. A little round piece here. And we've got it looks like a rivet or something that goes through here. So that can actually move back and forth. So put this here and put that access like this. Now, because it has an angle to it, remember we have to have an access. Or just basically just the center line. Just the axis. There you go. Put another one up here. And that surface would go down inside there. And obviously all the mechanism here for when you're talking to it. There's a little screw here. This part comes out. This is the handle that holds the earpiece. Again, what we're going to do, we're going to take this and go down right through the middle of this. Put a series of our ellipses. Very light. And we'll darken the outside of the ellipse. So you're really drawing, when you're drawing the ellipse, you're drawing the whole product itself, front and back. That's the back of it. But we're not going to worry about the back so much. Knob here. That's our earpiece. This is metal, so we just put a little bit of contrast on the outside. Excuse me. Darken this down just a little bit. That's our ear. That's the thing you hold in your hand up to your ear. This is what you're talking to. We'll darken this down, and because the light source is coming down this way. This gets lit up here. There's a little bit of a shadow through here like this. Just a little bit now. See that you leave this light here. Leave this light up here. Come around here just a little bit. See that contrast? And on the inside, we'll put a little bit of dark here. But let it fade out here. Because in other words, this is lit, but this is, that cup comes out like that. It's going to be lit on the outside. So always contrast, light and dark. Okay. A little shadow underneath it. This is metal again, so we've got some contrast shape here. Or the shape, but this is, and it looks like a candlestick, right? A candlestick, right? This was the old style candlesticks. Put your finger through here. I don't know if you have any candlesticks in your house, but probably not. You got a flashlight, probably. Yeah, that's why it's called candles. So that's a candlestick. So it had that candlestick kind of feel to it. Center line through here. And again, you'll see a lot of different designs if you look into Google and you research telephones, especially the old candlestick telephones. You'll see all kinds of different designs. Also, in this period of design, they put a dial. We're not going to worry about this period because I want you to see just this design and just get used to drawing, you know, the things around you. Okay, so not too bad. Bright and shiny again. Nice highlight, bright area, maybe a little bit of contrast from the outside. And I think there we go. Nice little stitch. Okay, good. Thank you very much. And we got, I'll go another page down here. I got our next phase.